Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Arizona Cardinals 10-year rebuild. That is right, we are entering year number 5, so we have officially made it halfway through the rebuild, and I don't know if it's going to plan right now. We made the playoffs for the first time last year in last episode. We shouldn't have made the playoffs, I wouldn't think. I don't think we were ready to make the playoffs. But then again, our roster is very good, so I'm like conflicted on, are we good enough to make the playoffs? Are we good enough to make any damage done in the postseason? Or should we just try to keep rebuilding and go for like a three-peat on the final 3 years? I don't know. I don't know the best strategy to do this with this team because we're just in a weird spot right now. So we're going to go through year number 5, hopefully make the playoffs again, I guess, and see how this team develops. Obviously, we need to win a lot of games so that our morale can go up and those overalls can go up because of the morale boosts and stuff, and Kyler Murray can take that next step, because I think that's what's really holding us back. That and maybe a game plan change. Maybe we need to change the playbooks. That could be a possibility. I'll see how we're doing at the midway point, and then maybe we'll think about changing the playbooks. But other than that, we need to see a massive step up from Kyler Murray. It's not like he's had bad seasons. He's had really good seasons stat-wise. He's just not putting together the wins to go along with those stats. And maybe that's on the other players around him. There's a lot of possibilities. I don't know. We'll have to find out how it goes here in year 5. If you guys are excited, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get straight to it. As we always do to start the season, we will set our year goals. And last year I set it, I think, 4 wins or something. I'm going to conservatively set it at 7 wins. I think we can get to that point. Now, if we win a lot more games and we make the playoffs, that's just a bonus. But headed into year 5, this is what the roster looks like. It's the same team that you know you love. The offensive line looks a little bit different, with Polk being the right tackle now. Noah Fant, superstar development. Kyler Murray, still an 82. Kyler Murray, we're 5 years in, remember. And Kyler Murray has not taken any overall jumps, so maybe he's not the guy. Maybe we got to move on from Kyler and get a quarterback that can lead this team to the promised land. I don't know. I'll give it one more season, one more full season of Kyler, and if he doesn't go up in overalls, if he doesn't get this team to the NFC Championship game at least, I don't know. We got to see some massive improvements from Kyler to warrant not trading him away for a different quarterback. So I will put that on the table. Bijan's a stud. Ayuk and Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore has proven in now 2 different 10-year rebuilds that he is a #1 receiver in Madden 23 when he develops. So he is a stud along with Ayuk, and Christian Watson's a nice #3. Plus we have that super fast receiver. Didn't we draft a super fast receiver that was like 99 speed or something? I'm pretty sure I did that. I don't remember what his name was though. On defense, we now have Michael McIntyre, we have Devin White, we have Quay Walker, Willie Anderson. That's a great linebacking core. Isaiah Simmons and Jalen Thompson are really good at safety. The corner still needs some work, and the front of the defensive line needs some work. Jalen Carter and Winslow are very good in the middle, but the outside edges need a little bit of work, so does corner. So there's still obviously some pieces that need a little bit of adjusting. But for the most part, I think we're at least a playoff team. I mean, we're 85, 88, and 86. So, I mean, we've got the numbers on paper to make a deep run in the postseason. We'll see how it goes. I will see you guys at the midseason mark, and we will take a big look at how Kyler Murray is doing and how the team overall is doing to warrant a playbook change. I'll see you guys then. We've made it to the Week 8 midseason mark, and we are currently 3-4, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because the rest of this division is mid as well. Everybody has 3 wins in this division, so nobody has taken that step to win the division. Nobody wants to win this division, at least in the first half of the season, which is good for us because that gives us a nice chance to take advantage and win the division if we have a good second half. But you may notice there is a breakout quarterback scenario. So does that mean that Kyler Murray has a chance to go up to X Factor? Because that would change things in terms of, are we going to move on from him or not? He's coming off of a stellar performance. throw 1 or fewer interceptions and have 400 scrimmage yards or 4 total touchdowns with Kyler Murray. That's going to be a massive challenge that I guarantee you will not happen. I'm going to simulate to week 9 just to find out if that did happen. But I guarantee you 100% that will not happen in this simulated game. We won 30-27, so that's good at least. But did Kyler Murray get the points or get the numbers that he needed to get? Let's find out officially what happened with Kyler Murray. Any thoughts on the play you got out of Kyler Murray today? That doesn't sound like a promising thing. Not too much. He made it known that he had hoped to have a better day. Yeah, he didn't get it. I would have bet so much money that he wouldn't have gotten that. So Kyler Murray will stay at superstar development, and we will have to move forward. Maybe at the end of the season he can have a change and he can go up to X Factor. What's his stats looking like so far in the year? The Bengals are 7-0, by the way. I don't know if you caught that. He's got 2,000 yards so far and about 13 touchdowns. So I don't think he's going to win any Offensive Player of the Year awards or anything like that unless he just has a crazy second half of the season. But us being 4-4 and being right there at the division, I don't want to change the playbook because I don't want to screw anything up. I don't want to mess with things in case, like, me changing the playbook, because I'd probably change it like the Cowboy playbook or something, but I don't want to change the playbook and mess up what we got going on here, just in case we end up carrying that momentum to the playoffs and actually win the division. That could be a possibility. Everybody's playing well except for Jalen Thompson, Travarius Ward, and McIntyre are playing down for morale. I don't know why they would be. It's a little weird. But hopefully everybody's having a good season, and hopefully we get to the good old playoffs because we absolutely need to. We need to move forward with this rebuild and get to the postseason and make some differencing moments. Make some plays that win games, win Super Bowls. We got to get there. I will see you guys in the playoffs, hopefully with good news. We've made it to the postseason, and somehow we are involved. Somehow we are playing the Seahawks. We didn't win the division. We didn't do anything except for sneak in barely as the final team. We finished 9-8, and we're playing the Seahawks on Super Wildcard Weekend. I don't know how it happened, but I'm happy, I guess. Kyler's an 84. Bijan's a stud. We did have to re-sign him. I signed him while I was simulating. I simulated a couple extra weeks, like one by one, and I re-signed Bijan Robinson, so he's here for the rest of the rebuild. And I also re-signed Quay Walker. So Quay Walker is here for the entire rest of the rebuild. So those two guys are locked down for good. Brandon Ayuk looks to be pretty good. He's having a good season in terms of overall. The offensive line looks good. Noah Fant's growing. On defense, Will Anderson Jr. is a stud. Jalen Carter's a stud. Devin White and Quay Walker are obviously beasts. We've got great safeties. I'm just telling you, we need to get, if we can figure out our corner situation and our defensive line situation, I think this team can be a championship team for a few seasons. At least that's what I assume is going to happen. I hope happens. I guess I was spoiled a little bit in the last 10-year rebuild with the Rams, where I drafted 3 amazing corners, 2 of them being generational. So I guess I got spoiled a little bit with the cornerback talent that I had in that rebuild. But let's take a look at the stats for the season, see how our boys progressed and played. 4,500 yards passing for Kyler Murray, 31 touchdowns, 15 picks. That's another good season. Like, Kyler Murray's having good seasons, and we're making the playoffs, but how far are we really going to go? I don't know. Maybe this is Kyler's peak. Maybe this is as far as we can get if he's our quarterback. Bijan's a stud, 1,100 yards and 15 touchdowns. Kyler Murray also chipped with 522 yards and 4 touchdowns. 3 1,000-yard receivers. Brandon Ayuk, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. 1,000 yards for Rondale Moore and 6 touchdowns. And Christian Watson, I think his first 1,000-yard season with 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns. Noah Fant even had 845 and 5 touchdowns. So Kyler was just slinging the rock around the park. That's crazy. Defensively, we had 149 for Quay Walker. Glad that we re-signed him. 126 tackles from Devin White. 115 from Isaiah Simmons. We also had 24 tackles for loss for Jalen Carter, 21 for Boogie Basham, 12 for Quay Walker, 10 for White and Anderson Jr. Sack leader, Anderson Jr. with 11, 10.5 for Carter, and then it really drops off a click. So we don't really have much pressure other than Carter and Anderson, which is a little scary, but we'll make it work. 3 interceptions for Devin White and Isaiah Simmons, and then 1 for a couple other guys. Okay, so it's playoff time. We're not a Super Bowl team this year, obviously, but can we go further than the wild card? We'll find out here as we play the Seahawks. We lose 31-28. Why can we not go farther than the wild card? I think that changing the playbook is still on the table. I'm leaning towards the Cowboy playbook as the playbook that we go for, because Dak runs a little bit, but I don't know if Kyler is the quarterback of the future. Is Kyler Murray the quarterback to lead us into our championship window? Because I don't believe the championship window is opened up yet. Yeah, we made the playoffs a couple of times, but I don't think that the championship window, our winning window, is opened yet. And maybe that's because we're being held back by Kyler's limitations. I don't know. I'm very, very intrigued by it. We could also go the Ravens route. If we stay with the Kyler Murray option at quarterback, we could go Ravens. They have a running quarterback, obviously, so it would fit similar to our scheme. I don't know. I'm going to pick the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. I don't know. There's a lot of questions that we need to have answered here with Kyler Murray and with this entire team. Panthers beat the Ravens 31-21. So Panthers get a Super Bowl championship. Congratulations to Carolina. Season recap. The MVP was Miles Sanders. Okay. Joe Burrow wins the MVP of the league. Zach Taylor wins Coach of the Year. So the Bengals had a really good year but got upset by the Ravens, I guess. Jalen Hurts and Nick Bosa are your offensive and defensive players of the year. Zach Hancock and Rashard Rush. I was going to say Rashad Jones. Rashard Rush are the offensive and defensive rookie of the year. Zach Hancock, quarterback of the Packers, and Rashard Rush is a safety for the Seahawks. So he played us. Okay, so that is our regular season of year 5. Now we move into the offseason. I've already re-signed. I told you I already re-signed Quay Walker and Bijan, the 2 major must re-signs for this offseason. So that's already out the door. That's done. We don't have to worry about that. Retirements, is there anybody big? Alvin Kamara, Connor McGovern, Kyle Juszczyk, Tyler Lockett, Byron Jones, Darius Smith ended up on the Patriots. So did Michael Thomas. What happened? Why is Michael Thomas on the Patriots? David Andrews, Dalvin Cook, DeAndre Hopkins, and Darren Waller, and Zach Martin, and Tyron Smith, and oh my God, this is a cracked Hall of Fame class. Keenan Allen, Garrett Bowles, Jadeveon Clowney, Zeke, Geno Smith, got an upgrade on his picture too. Wow, this is insane retirements that are going to end up being Hall of Fame. Unbelievable. Absolutely. Look at Robbie Anderson. Oh my God. What a phenomenal portrait that is. That's a fantastic portrait. Okay, so that's a very interesting Hall of Fame potential for those guys that retire. That's a lot of talent, a lot of big names in there. So if we go to player negotiations, we have $55 million in cap space. Do we need to bring back Travarius Ward? Or Boogie Bashman had a good year. I might bring him back. But out of all those guys, Kingsley Keke, he was a fun story at the very beginning, but he's just a waste of space at this point. Will McDonald, I probably want to bring back because I still think he's got potential. I got to bring back Jimmy Garoppolo just because I need a quarterback. I need a backup quarterback. So I think we bring back Boogie. He wants to be here too, so that's good. I'll give him a 2-year deal. He wants to come back. He's coming back. I will offer Cam Smith. I know we're losing a lot of our corners, but I don't want to bring those guys back. Will McDonald will offer a 2-year contract. I don't know if he's going to accept that. He is going to accept it. Okay, thank you for that. And then we'll go and bring back Jimmy just so we have a backup quarterback. It literally doesn't matter, but I just would like to have a backup quarterback. And he wants to play for a new team. Oh, fine, Jimmy. Go play for a new team. I don't think anybody's going to sign you as a starter, so have fun. This wasn't the fast guy, was it? That wasn't his name, Cedric Tillman. No. Okay. I don't remember what his name was. We're not going to sign any of these guys back. I wonder if I can get anything for Travarius Ward if I trade him. I'll see what I can do. I'm always down to get something for a guy that we're not going to bring back, so Let's see what we can get for Travarius Ward, if anything. He's our #1 corner. Man, our cornerback room is going to be... I'll throw Cam Smith in there, too, because we're not going to decide. And Nick Nina. Oh, my God, we're going to lose all our corners. I didn't realize we were going to lose all of our corners. Okay, so we're going to have to figure out... I'm probably going to have to trade for another corner, actually. We'll throw these 2 corners to another team. We'll flip them. Flip. For a corner that could be good. How about, not Deron Bland. How about Martin Emerson? Does he have a development trait? He has star. He's only 26. I'm intrigued by Martin Emerson. Do I think he can develop? He's got good zone coverage, good man coverage. His awareness is good. His speed is good. He's 6'2". Martin Emerson doesn't seem like that bad of a pickup. Can I snag anybody else from this Cleveland team? Andre Carter. We do need a lineman. How about Chuck Edison? He doesn't have a development trait. I'd rather stay away from it. I mean, that's not a bad thing that he doesn't have a development trait. He could develop one. Is that the Michigan or center? I think it is. Actually, can I get him? I think he's pretty good. But he doesn't have a development trait either. Offensive linemen, if offensive linemen don't have development traits, it's really not worth having them. I know that I have one on my team that doesn't have a development trait, but trading for one, certainly you don't want to trade for a guy that doesn't have a development trait. It's basically not worth it at that point. Can I snag a quarterback? No, Deshaun Watson's down to an 83, and they're still paying him a ton of money. Safety, Silas Smith, Juan Thornhill. We don't need any of their safeties. So maybe if you just throw me your 2 corners, we'll just swap 2 corners. How's that? I give you Travarius Ward and Cam Smith. You give me Martin Emerson and Drummond, and that is not going to do it. Okay. I bet they value Martin Emerson a little bit too highly for my liking. Oh, we do have 2 first-round picks. I forgot about that. That's awesome. I have a ton of 4th. Actually, not as many as I thought. I must have traded a couple. They probably value Martin Emerson a little bit too much. Yeah, okay. We're going to only be able to get one of them. Or one. We're only going to be able to get Martin. So I'll give you a 6th-round pick plus Travarius Ward and Cam Smith. Deal done. So we swap 1 corner. Or we swap 2 corners for 1 corner. But I feel like the corner that we get back in return is pretty good, I hope. We have 2 late first-round picks. Headed into free agency, about $40 million in cap space. We need to sign corners and D linemen. I know I've been saying that. I feel like a broken record. I say that every year. Oh, Marlon Humphrey and L'Jarius Sneed. We need corner. I don't think we'll be able to get Marlon Humphrey, especially because he doesn't want to be here. We'd have to severely overpay him. But maybe L'Jarius would certainly help this team. Look at these quarterbacks. I do need to sign a quarterback to a backup contract. So maybe we go after, I don't know, a freaking Hendon Hooker. He's got 5 offers, though. So maybe we go after Baker Mayfield, who has no offers and kind of wants to be here. He'd be a solid backup for a couple of seasons. Running back, Jahmyr Gibbs has 1 team in on him. Okay. Wide receivers, Quentin Johnston, Michael Gallup. Do we need another receiver? I think we're fine, actually, with receivers. We've got studs everywhere. We've got 3 really good studs. So I think we're fine with the receiver. Hello, Eric Gilbert, X-Factor tight end. Michael Mayer is here with no development trait. That's shocking. But he's only 84 overall. Is it really worth it? Offensive line. A decent center at 25 years old. And once again, the defensive line just doesn't seem to really be there. Marcus Davenport, but he's 30. Man, they are really making me struggle for offensive linemen, that is for sure. Patrick Queen at middle linebacker. But we already have 2 pretty good middle linebackers, and I like Michael McDonald, so I don't really want to switch anybody there. And then we're back to L'Jarius Sneed. Safety options. I don't think anybody's better than what we have, so I'm going to offer L'Jarius Sneed. He's got 3 teams in on him. We'll go for a very player-friendly contract. I'll even bump it up to 9.5. He wants to be here, so that should put us ahead, yeah, by a lot. Okay, so we're in on L'Jarius Sneed. That's good, because we need a corner. Is there any other corners that are good? Ooh, who's this? Kader Cahow? I don't know who that is. Desmond King got an updated portrait. Good for him. So we've got... what do I want to go for here? Emmanuel Forbes. He's got 6 teams, really? And he doesn't want to be here? What's the holding him back? Oh, we're not a historic champion. That's why he doesn't want to be here. Should I use one of my offers on Emmanuel Forbes? First round pick in real life by the Commanders. What does that have us at? Where do we have him on the board? We're battling with the Browns and the Patriots. What are the Browns and the Patriots offering this man? I'll go 3.5 and 3. 3.5 and 3. It's a lot of money for a backup corner, but it puts us ahead. So we are leading in both L'Jarius Sneed and Emmanuel Forbes. So that could be 2 corners that we add to the team. Not guaranteed, obviously, but that could be 2 corners. Then the defensive line is just not there. There's just nobody that I want. I mean, Jermaine Johnson's cool, but is he better than what we have already? And I don't think it's worth going after a guy like Eric Gilbert. 1, because we don't have enough money probably to pay for him. And 2, he's only an 84. Yeah, he's 26, an X factor, so that's going to help him develop. But is it really that worth it? Michael Mayer, on the other hand, doesn't have anybody offering him. So I'll throw an offer at Michael Mayer, see what he says. Because we could use another tight end to go alongside Noah Fant. We have 2 more offers. I'll throw a Baker Mayfield offer out there just because I would like to have a backup quarterback. So I'll drop the money down a little bit. He'll probably accept. He doesn't have any of the offers. So we have 1 more offer to throw out. Who am I going to use that offer on? Probably not a middle linebacker. Probably not a linebacker in general. Except maybe Patrick Queen. It's probably got to be a defensive lineman. There's just not anybody here that I want. God, this is tough. Milton Williams, DJ Reader's old. We don't even need a D-tackle. I think I just got to offer... DeMarcus Lawrence got an updated picture too. Jermaine Johnson, I guess, man. I guess. I don't like it, but we got to fill out some roster spots. So our targeted guys are L'Jarius Sneed, Michael Mayer, Emmanuel Forbes, Jermaine Johnson, Baker Mayfield. Do we get any of these guys? I hope so, especially L'Jarius. Hit the button. People signed. But did they sign with us? We got the 2 corners, thank God. Forbes and L'Jarius Sneed signed with us. That is 2 massive corners along with Martin Emerson. So we just bumped up to 3 really solid corners. Plus we had Jermaine Johnson, which is fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. I like Jermaine Johnson. We're still waiting on Mayer and Mayfield. I don't know if they're going to sign with us. They both accepted offers. We got Baker, but not Michael Mayer. Okay, he probably signed with the Commanders. So we got our backup quarterback, and we're running out of room, really. So I probably just need to sign a tight end for nothing. We could bring back Sam Laporte, who we did draft. You know what? Does he have any offers on him? Sam Laporte has no offers. He wants to be back. I'll give him a 3-year deal, but I'll bump the money down a lot because, I mean, I don't want to pay you that much. So is he going to accept those offers? Probably not. Come on, Sam. Just accept the freaking offer. You're not getting any other offers. Nobody wants you. Just accept my offer and we can move forward. We'll move to stage 2 of free agency. We'll take a look at the team. I still think that there's an option for Kyler Murray to get moved. I just think he's holding us back. Maybe that's bad on me, but I just think that Kyler's holding us back. I don't know why. I just got that feeling that Kyler's is the reason why we haven't gone forward as much as we want to. The offensive line's still developing. We add in... did I draft? Is that a different series that I got that fast receiver? It can't be, because I haven't done an off-season video. It has to be this series. Who is that receiver? I don't remember what his name is. But anyway, the offensive line is developing. Noah Fant looks good with Trey McBride still there. Then on defense, we need to have... Oh, they have... Wait, Carruthers went down? We didn't even know what his development trait was. What was his progression history? He had a decrease in his development trait, so I'm assuming it was just star. But why? He didn't have that bad of a year. No. Oh, why'd I back out? Carruthers is going up to star. I don't care. He didn't have that bad of a year. There's no reason he should have went down to normal development. So Carruthers will go up to star development. He won't start, but he will go up to star. Quay Walker's up to superstar. Jalen Carter's up to star, or X Factor. Thompson went down to star. But the cornerback room looks a lot better now because we have L'Jarius Sneed, Martin Emerson, Emmanuel Forbes, and Teron Johnson still. The defensive line still looks bad with those normal developments right there. Wow, this is a tough rebuild. This is a tough rebuild. Because I feel like we're good, but we're not fully good. I don't know, it's weird. We're in a weird spot. That is for sure. We are in a weird spot with this rebuild. Fifth-year options. Who is it? It's Spencer Winslow, the backup D tackle. Yeah. We'll pick up his fifth-year option. I feel like he's deserving of it. So we'll pick up his fifth-year option. I mean, we haven't really got to see much of him because he's backing up Jalen Carter. And we have to pick up Clyde Buckley's. I mean, he's our starting left tackle. I think we kind of have to, and I don't really want to pay him. So, at least not this year. This next year. So, Clyde Buckley will get his thing picked up. I haven't even taken a look at this draft class more than just like the top 5 players in it. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter who's the top half because we don't have 2 top picks. We have 2 late picks. So, let's talk to teams around. We'll answer the phone on Kyler Murray. I mean, even the Games thinks that we need a new quarterback. They have it as number 2. So I will listen to phone calls about Kyler Murray. If we're trading Kyler Murray, we're getting a quarterback in return. Like, we're not going to go into this next season with no quarterback. But Kyler does have some good value. We get Jordan Davis, Drake London. So, like, he can get us. Why does Jameson Williams have a different background? He got an upgraded picture, which is good for him, but he has a weird background. I mean, we can get some really good players that can help this team, but I don't see another quarterback on this list. So we are going to have to fight for a quarterback. How's Justin Fields? Justin Fields isn't developing either. I want Joe Burrow, but I can't get Joe Burrow. So Bailey Zappi ended in Buffalo? Oh, that's disrespectful, Bailey. What are you doing? Christian Meyer. Zach Wilson's backing up a auto-generated guy in Denver. That's yikes. Sorry, Zach. Deshaun Watson, we don't want. Brandon Forbes, Matthew Walton, Patrick Mahomes. $60 million for Patrick Mahomes. They are minus 36 in cap room. My God, what does this team look like? They weren't in the playoffs. They have Nick Bosa. Oh, God, this team is good. How are they paying all of these guys? I mean, I know why they're minus $36 million in cap space, but they are paying a lot of guys a lot of money. They have Debo. I didn't even realize that. What is going on in Kansas City? Jeez, that is a crazy, crazy team. Whatever, man. You do you. You be negative $36 million in cap space. Anthony Richardson hasn't developed. Dak Prescott, Spencer Rattler has not done anything. He's the quarterback in Miami now. Oh, God. Brock Purdy's an 87. What world do we live in where Brock Purdy's an 87 overall? Excuse me? Who? Whose man is this? This is not Lamar Jackson. Is this a different Lamar? Let me go to the Ravens real quick. Is this a different Lamar Jackson? No, Lamar's not in Baltimore anymore. Trevor Lawrence is. Who is this? I don't even recognize the player. It's still Lamar Jackson's player model, but his portrait is not Lamar Jackson. I've never seen that before. With like a normal roster. This is just a normal roster. I didn't load anything crazy. What in the world is going on? I don't even recognize who this is though. Like, I don't, that face doesn't look familiar to me. He's obviously in the NFL. Who is that? If somebody in the comments would help me out. Who is that? He doesn't look familiar at all. He almost looks like a corner. Wait, I know that there's 2 Lamar Jacksons in the NFL right now. One is a defensive back. The other is obviously the quarterback. Is this that Lamar Jackson? Oh, now I gotta know. Now I gotta know. I gotta go to corners. I think he's a corner. Where is the other Lamar Jackson? Is he on a team? If he's not on a team, I'll go to, or if he's not a corner, I'll go to safeties. I think he's a corner, though. There's got to be another Lamar Jackson, because I wonder if they switch the profile pictures, if they switch the things, the portraits. I got to know this now. Oh, no. Where is this? Because I know that there's 2 Lamar Jacksons in the NFL. I think one, a real life, plays for the, does he play for the Bengals? I don't remember. He might have played at one point for the Bengals. Where is the other Lamar Jackson? I'm pretty sure he's a corner. That's J.C. Jackson, not Lamar Jackson. Come on, there's gotta be another Lamar Jackson. I know he exists. He's a real person. Okay, so he's not a corner at least. Is he a safety? Towns, Peppers, Burgess, Williams. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but I need to know if this guy's in the league still. I don't see him as a safety. Xavier McKinney back again. Okay, strong safeties is the last chance because I'm pretty sure he's a defensive back. So, Kyle Hamilton. I don't see any Jacksons. Bills, Smith, Cross, James, Whitehead, Curl, Love. No, okay, so I don't know where the other Lamar Jackson is, but that is insane. The fact that that is not Lamar Jackson's updated picture, or his portrait. That is insane. I didn't know that could happen to real, like actual real players. That is crazy. Well, that threw me for a loop. 2 was on the Raiders. Jelani Brown is quarterbacking the Saints. CJ Stroud's developed, so CJ Stroud better than Anthony Richardson, confirmed. Justin Herbert's in Pittsburgh. Davis Mills is still somehow in Houston with Kenny Pickett as his backup. What is this league? What is happening? The Vikings have a quarterback named Toon. The Titans have nobody. What is this league? What happened? We are only 5 years removed from actual real life. This is insane. But I don't see any quarterback that we can move for Kyler Murray. What about Brock Purdy? Now that would be a move, wouldn't it? Brock Purdy and Kyler Murray get traded for each other. I'll trade a 2nd round pick. Is it going to take a first? Do I trade a 1st round pick for Brock Purdy? Wow, they don't even want a 1st round. It would take 2, if that. It probably would take 3 1st round picks. Can I get Lamar Jackson just because that's not, okay, there it is. His picture is perfect there. So now if I go back, is it fixed? No. Who is this man? They would go over the cap by like $8 million, so we can't get Lamar Jackson. Chase Wagner, Bryce Young, Teddy Bridgewater, Mac Jones, Tua is not much better than what we have with Kyler. Trevor Lawrence, how much do they value him? We could get Brock Purdy easier than we could get Trevor Lawrence. CJ Stroud, do you value CJ? They value CJ a lot, understandable, he's very good. Justin Herbert, do you value Justin Herbert a lot? Yes, they do value Justin Herbert a lot. Davis Mills, I mean, I could get Kenny Pickett. But there's not a quarterback that I can trade for that is better than what we have with Kyler Murray. So I guess we just stick with Kyler Murray? I guess, man. I don't like it, but I guess we stick with it. Before I forget, I'm also going to change the playbooks if I go to the right thing. No, I want to go to the right thing. That threw me for a loop, though, that whole Lamar Jackson picture thing. That is, that's pretty crazy. All right, schemes. We are going to switch to a... I think I'm going to go Cowboy playbook on offense, and I'm going to go... Cowboy defense? No, Bills. I'm going to go Bills playbook on defense. Bills have a really good playbook. So if I can find Buffalo. There they are. So do we need to stay spread? 66. We could go West Coast zone. That's a little bit better. 75% there. So we'll do that. And then on defense, we could run a Tampa 2 or a 4-3 cover 3. Let's run a 4-3 cover 3. We'll see how that works. So we changed playbooks for next episode. That's good. Private workouts. I don't even really know who's in this class. So let's just throw some private workouts at some guys. There's a 6'3 corner. Is he good? He's got elite speed and elite acceleration. I like it. But his zone coverage is a C. I need to know how good he is, so I'm going to throw one on him. I'm going to throw something on Elijah Beal. And I'm going to throw something on this other corner, Cam Sermon. Sure, whatever. Whatever. I don't care. We're probably not going to get those guys unless we trade up. But I do want to know if they are the real deal. I want to know how good that corner is. And I need to know his man coverage. I don't think we knew what it was. So let's go quickly before the draft starts. Take a look at his man coverage and see how good he is. Lamar Smith was the guy, right? Yeah, I think it was Lamar Smith. His man coverage is a B. Ay, caramba. What about the other guy, Cam Sermons? He's a round 1 talent. He's got great speed. So not the elite speed. He's kind of mid, actually. Especially with that speed. So who's the fastest corner? Because that guy was not the fastest corner. The Lamar Smith guy. So is it somebody down here? No, he's not. Is it you? Deontay Womack? It is. Wow. Deontay Womack, 4.29? Oh, forget about it. We're taking him. I'm gonna add him to the favorites. He's 6'4"? Oh, forget about it, baby. I should have scouted him. I didn't even realize. Sweet baby Jesus. Okay. A 6'4" corner ran a 4.2 is insane. My God. Okay, what about this guy? He's slow. F block shed. Really? This draft class sucks on any other position except for corner. This guy's 6'6", and he's slow as heck. Stanley Edens, get out of my face. Dear Lord in heaven, baby Jesus. This class sucks. We're going to draft Deontay Womack no matter what happens. I don't care if we have to trade every single player on the roster. We are going to draft Deontay Womack. Pause the draft. Jags have the #1 pick. They take Brad Holland out of California. Back-to-back right tackles go first 2 picks. Troy Love, so they don't take a quarterback when they have a 67, I think, is their overall. They take Troy Love out of Miami. He must be a freak if he's going that high to the Saints, who need a quarterback. Elijah Beal. There goes Lamar Smith. But I don't care about those other corners anymore. I don't care about those other corners when we've got the potential. I should have taken a look at the mock draft to see where he was projected to go. No! Oh, Buffalo. I'm not even in New England and you still screwed me. Oh, I hate you. Oh, the other corner didn't even go. There was like 3 corners ahead of this guy. They must have saw what I saw. Oh, I'm trading for him in the preseason. I don't care. I'm getting him on my team. He is too fast. Yeah, Cam Sermon's supposed to go ahead of him. He is too fast to not get on my team. I need him. It's like the SpongeBob meme where he's sitting in Sandy's treehouse and he needs the water. I need it. Hello. Devontae Wakefield Actually has decent block shed, decent man coverage. This is probably our guy. And I'm just gonna screw it. Screw it. Taking him. Normal. 86 speed, 89 excel. I mean, he's a freak. He's got good speed. He's got A play rec, or B block shed, B zone coverage. He's a good player. He's just got normal development, which is annoying. Very, very annoying. I might trade this next pick. Can I trade it for another first-round pick next year? I can. I can trade it for the Bears' first-round pick next year. That might be good. Or the Browns. I can trade it for the Commanders. I think I might go Browns because they were offering, like, forget about it. The Jets, I'm fleecing you. I know you're good and your projections are like high in the draft, but a first and a second? Oh, forget about it. New York, New York. Although the Cowboys are also giving me a first and a second. It's the Jets and the Cowboys. Who's gonna be better? Neither of them were in the Super Bowl this year, so we don't have to think that they're gonna be that good. They're giving me a 6 in next year's draft, and the Jets were giving me a 5 in this year's draft. I think I'm gonna take the Cowboys. I'm just making sure. 2028, 2028, first and second. Yes, that's what I want because we're in the 2027 season, and I don't want anything there. So, yes, 2028 first and a second round pick. Wow, that's a crazy trade, especially for this late into the round. Usually you don't get a first and a second. That's insane. Can I get a first for this? Nobody would be crazy enough to offer me a first. No way. There's no way that anybody would be crazy enough to offer me a first-round pick for this second-round pick. Absolutely no way. And I was right. Okay. Now I'm going to take a look before I trade the pick. I'm going to take a look, see if we've got anybody that I'm interested in. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. Who's this? Stephon Barlow. Good speed. Yeah, you don't know. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I don't like him at all. Kyle Freeman is a hybrid safety. I like hybrid safeties, especially who hit hard. But I don't think he's second round material, at least not for us. Oh, God, this draft class is kind of mid, and I hate it. It's kind of mid. I think I'm just going to trade the pick. Second and a 4, second and a 4. Anybody giving me a second and a 3? I didn't even notice that there's a... I think it's just going to be second and 4s, although the Rams are giving me a second and 3. So I think I'm going to take the Rams offer. No, the Jets. I'm going to take the Jets offer. So I end up taking the Jets second round pick. It just doesn't come with a first. It comes with a third. I'll take that, I guess. We move on with this pick. And I'm really banking on that this draft class next year is going to be really good because I'm getting a lot of picks for next season. A third rounder. I could just take another second, I guess. But the Giants are coming through. A second and a third from next year. Thank you, New York. We screwed over both the New York teams. We fleeced them. Absolutely fleeced them. And I think I'm just going to let the CPU draft some players since we do need to fill out some roster holes. So I will let the CPU draft the third through the rest of the rounds. But we got an extra first-round pick. We got, what, 3 second-round picks next year? Oh, we're having a blast. We are having a blast in the draft. So our guy is a 74 overall, normal development, but they also drafted a right guard who's a 73. Does he have hidden development? He does. Okay, I'm intrigued. Probably star, obviously, but I'm intrigued. We also got a free safety, Christian Hobbs, who is normal development, not too surprising there. Marshall Kennedy is a normal development running back. We got Hugh Pollock, who's a left guard. Okay. We picked up a 70 overall corner in the 5th round. I'm intrigued. Hidden development, 5'9", 92 speed. Oh, he's horrible in coverage. So he's just an athlete. He's just a fast little guy, basically. But he's got hidden development. Then Who is this guy? We took a look at Reed. Marco Barrett has normal development. Okay, whatever. Zach Widmer, 71. But not good. Not good at all. Then you got Scott Sexton, Dion Barrett. We had a lot of picks. Jeez, I don't really care if they have hidden development or not. Is there anybody in this class that was really good? No, it was Troy Love. Tied for the best overall. This draft class is a bunch of mid, which I kind of expected when I was looking at the class. So I'm not super upset that we didn't really use any of our picks. And I'm kind of upset that our linebacker is only normal development. That's kind of frustrating. And I'm still confused about the Lamar Jackson picture. I'm still confused. So it looks like we're going to be putting all of our eggs in the Kyler Murray basket. Brandon Ayuk's a superstar now, which is awesome. Kyler, I mean, we've got the new playbook. We have new change in formation. The corners are looking good now. We brought in 3 really solid corners. The only problem is Quay Walker doesn't get to play much in this new defensive scheme. I don't like that. I might move Quay to outside. That might have to be the option because I need him to play. He's too good not to play. So that's probably the only adjustment I'm going to do. But what do we do with this team, man? I hope this playbook change for next episode really does help because that's the only thing I can think of at this point because nobody is going to give me a good quarterback for Kyler Murray. Like, I'm not going to be able to get a quarterback of higher overall. We'd have to try to bank on developing a young quarterback, but we won't have that time because we're already 5 years in. We've only got 5 more seasons, 5 more episodes to go for this rebuild done. And I don't want the Cardinals to be the one team that I failed on not winning at least 1 Super Bowl. I can't have that happen. I got to win 1. At least 1. I've done it with everybody. Patriots, Rams, Patriots again. I've done it with everybody. I got to do it with the Cardinals. So let's end the episode here. I will get to the regular season as always, and we'll start season 6. Hopefully, these new playbooks give us the results that we need. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.